dead.
Yeah. So yeah, we're doing this Mission Is God Dead, a series of talks.
Yep.
What's your opinion on that? Do you think God is dead?
I've never really believed there was a God.
Yeah.
Yep. Never really felt there was one. Just That's about it, really. I've always sort of believed there's no afterlife. Just once it's gone, it's gone,
Yeah.
and just make the most of it.
Yeah. Okay. So what is your take on those classic things like the beginning of the universe, blah blah blah?
Just basically what science tells us at the moment. Basically, religion was a good tool to sort of captivate the masses and just sort of explain the unexplainable. It's sort of the easy way out now, I guess. But
Yeah.
there's also a lot of cultural things. Like I'm culturally Greek Orthodox, but I don't believe there's a God.
Yeah. Yeah. So is belief in God in your family anywhere, or is it not?
Grandparents, and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Are they pretty devout about it, or?
Not really. They go to church every now and then, but otherwise, that's about it.
Yeah. And do you think that there is any empirical evidence for the existence of God or the truth of any of these religious
Not
claims?
really. Like you got the cases of near-death experiences where they say they've seen heaven and stuff, and that's, in my opinion, just your brain tricking you into thinking that it's something comforting at the end of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. And so one last question. What about then? I mean, I'm sure there is an answer to this, but I'm interested. What do you think then in terms of this innate sense we have of purpose and meaning? One might argue that, if we just random atoms, that all becomes ultimately pretty meaningless.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's true or not? Or
Honestly, I don't know what to think. I think about it sometimes. It seems really random. How is this possible?
yeah,
How am I able to conceive the fact that what I'm made of? But when you think about it again, it's just, as you said, it's just a bunch of random atoms, a freak occurrence in nature. How did this happen? But I don't know what to believe about that, really.
Yeah.
It could exist. If something came down and told me, look, I'm God, if it was believable enough, I'd say, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
sweet. So I'd say I'm agnostic more than atheist. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I just can't resist one last question. Is because on that kind of take on things,
Yep.
which I can see, the whole random thing, that would ultimately mean the whole thing of evil kind of sort of evaporates. I mean, we can talk about it in terms of, well, here and now, what Hitler did seems pretty crap.
Yep.
But in the light of eternity, doesn't really matter. Like just in light of everything sort of being random and just all dying out one day.
For humanity itself, it's probably had a big effect, but in the grand scheme of things, it really wouldn't have much of an effect, really.
Yeah. So does that mean that it's only subjectively evil what he did, or is there any sort of?
Well, yeah, I guess it's all depending on which side you're on, really. If some people could easily justify what he did, a lot of people can't even do that. You can't see anything good with it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for talking. It's really
Cheers.
interesting. Yeah.